What's up, guys? It's Mike, the Smokin Monkey. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new around here, I'm Mike. This is Susie, and I'm out here trying to get some footage for you guys, get some reviews, get some just general motorcycle information. So if you guys are into bikes or you guys are looking to get a bike, then I've got some videos for you guys. And here's another one that's for everybody, not just the people that have motorcycles, but the people that are looking to get motorcycles. And my topic today is how to stay safe on the road while you're out on a motorcycle. And I know that the number one thing that people think of when you mention riding a motorcycle, especially if you're talking to your parents, they think it's dangerous. And they're not wrong. It is inherently more dangerous than being in a car. But it's just like with everything. There's smart people and there's stupid people, and there's always going to be people that are doing things they shouldn't be. And most of the time, those are the people that you see getting into accidents. Not all the time, because good people that do the right thing and ride the proper way do have accidents as well. Some that are their fault, some that are not their fault. And we'll get into that a little bit more in depth later, but you can be safe on a motorcycle as long as you're actually out there trying to be. If you're out there going and you want to have as much fun as possible and be safe, then great, you're going to be safe because you're actually trying to go out and be vigilant and be safe. But if you're out there trying to go and see, I want to take this motorcycle out, let's see how fast I can get it to go, let's go weave between traffic, I wonder if I can get to my school in 5 minutes. Stupid shit like that is where you get into trouble. You go out trying to race people, trying to fucking get places as fast as you can, be the fastest guy on the road, you're going to get into issues. So my number one thing that I'm going to say is be in the right mindset. Go out there making sure that you know you want to stay safe, you want to have a good time, and you're not just going to be stupid. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to ride the speed limit to the T and everything like that, because I don't. I speed, I'm not going to lie, and I like to go out there and have fun. I like to carve corners, I like to do all that kinds of shit. But there's a time and a place for that. When you're in the city, pick and choose your battles. You also don't want to do too much crazy stuff when you're around other cars because you can't see where the cops are hiding. So if there's a cop behind the car or in front of a car and you don't have a great sight line of it, you're not going to know he's there. So make sure you pick and choose where you do your stupid stuff. And if you choose to go fast, it's better to go out into the countryside, go out somewhere where there isn't cars around you, and you can actually enjoy yourself and do some actual riding and test out the speed of your bike, test out the limits of your bike, but safely and cautiously, knowing that there's no one else around you. But let's get to my list. I have a nice list prepared for you guys of some well thought out things that I actually think are very important to keep you safe while you're out riding. So let's go find a sick spot to pull over, and I'll jump to that right now. Here we are, guys, and I'll admit it's not as scenic of a spot as I usually choose, but it's what I had to work with today, so I do apologize. I will try to find us a nice spot for next time, but it's what we have to work with. So, getting back to staying safe while riding a motorcycle. One of the number one things I'm going to say is obey traffic laws and speed limits. Now, like I said, you don't have to obey the speed limit to the T, but these things will help you stay safe. If you're in the city, you're riding with a lot of traffic, stay with the speed of traffic. If you're weaving in and out, there's more of a chance that someone's not going to see you coming because the width of your vehicle is not the size of a vehicle they're looking for in their mirrors. Unless they're a motorcycle rider themselves, people don't look for motorcycles. It's 100% true, because before I rode a motorcycle, it's not something that I thought of. Because the amount of motorcycles that you see on the road compared to the amount of cars you see on the road is very minimal. So people are used to looking for cars. That's what they drive. That's what their instincts tell them to look for. So if they look in the mirror and they don't see a car there, they're not going to keep looking to see if maybe there's a motorcycle in their blind spot just because of habit. They're not being assholes. It's just habit. So make sure when you're out there, you're in the mindset that every single person is out to get you. Every single person is trying to get you run over and run you off your bike. Because at the end of the day, that's pretty much how it is. Nobody can see you when you're on your bike. So obey the traffic laws and make sure you ride safely by always being vigilant. Which leads me to my next point. You have to be super, super vigilant. Always keep your eyes peeled for everything, especially if you're like me and you like to ride in the suburbs and in the city. People will jump out of alleyways, people will come out of driveways. I was actually riding behind somebody one day, and they chose to go into their driveway without even using a turn signal or a brake. And that was kind of scary for me because it was nighttime and I didn't expect it. So if I didn't actually put all the braking force I had into that bike that day, I would have went into the side of his door, because I stopped about a foot from his door and it scared the hell out of him and it scared the hell out of me. So always be vigilant. People are going to do all kinds of stuff that you don't expect. So even if you're riding down a street and there's kids playing, make sure you're watching the sidewalks. Don't just watch the street. Make sure you're watching everything you possibly can around you. The next thing that I'm going to mention is wear good clothing. Not just the right kind of clothing, but like not just motorcycle apparel, but choose the right colors. If you have a dark bike, wear something bright. If you have a brighter colored bike, you don't have to go as crazy, but if I were to show you my jacket, which I'm going to do a full video on all my gear next video, it's actually mostly white. I have a lot of white on my chest and on my arms, on my back as well, so that it's not a full black jacket. You have that broken up contrast of color that will help people see you and distinguish you from a car or a bicyclist just by being able to tell what you're wearing. More than that, make sure that when you go out to ride, you wear the right stuff. So I know you guys are automatically going to tell me in my comment section that, oh, but I've seen you ride in shorts and I've seen you not wear your jacket when you go on rides. Yes, this is true. Make sure you wear the right stuff for the ride. If I choose to go out and I know I'm not going to be hitting any major streets and I'm going to make a video for you guys and I'm staying within my neighborhood and I know I'm going to keep it below 60 kilometers an hour, I will take a chance and I will go out in a t-shirt or in a sweater and I'll wear a vest. I have a motorcycle vest. It has back protection and chest protection. That does not mean that it's full protection like a jacket, but it adds that little extra bit of safety. So, if I know I'm staying close to home, I will wear what I feel comfortable that makes me feel like I'm going to be out there and I'm going to be safe. Obviously, I know the risks I'm taking. I know what road rash is. I know what happens when you fall off a bike. I'm not stupid. Once again, when I go on longer rides, when I go on different rides, I wear what's appropriate for the ride. So, if you guys are going out there for your first time and you guys are new to riding motorcycles, get yourself some good gloves. These gloves cost half as much as my jacket. These are $200 gloves. But when you wear good gloves, it gives you confidence. You feel good knowing that you have the right equipment, that you're not using cheap shit, and you have that extra level of comfort and confidence that keeps you in tune with riding and staying aware and being just vigilant and making sure you're safe. Because if you're uncomfortable and you're wearing some kind of gloves you don't like, or boots you don't like, or a jacket you don't like, or something that doesn't fit you properly, your mind is going to be on that and not riding, and it's going to be unsafe because you're not going to be watching what you're doing. You're going to be thinking about, oh, how can I fix this glove? How can I fix this glove? And then next thing you know, you're going to have a problem. The last thing I will say is riding boots. Riding boots do make a difference. If you buy proper riding shoes, they have different grip on the bottom as well as ankle support, and they have different pads for the toes and sliders on the side. They're just made for riding. They function well. You feel comfortable in them. Shifting gears is easier. They don't get caught on anything. The list goes on and on. So don't cheap out on your gear. If you're going to go out and ride a motorcycle, make sure you get yourself the best gear that you can afford. And last but not least, the thing that's going to keep you safe on the road is your motorcycle accessories. Now, number one accessory that I would recommend is this, a slip-on exhaust. Get something nice and loud, get something that you're comfortable listening to all day, because you don't want it too loud for yourself, but something that people will hear you when you're riding down the street, because I'm going to tell you right now, 90% of the time, people will hear me before they see me. And when I had a stock exhaust, people didn't see me until I passed them. And that's not good. You want people to be aware that you're coming. You want people to be aware that you're on the road with them. And you don't want anybody to be surprised by you, because that's the last thing you need, is somebody seeing you last second and then reacting to your presence and making sure that they're not going to hit you. Other things that I'm going to say are going to keep you safe are proper mirrors. If you get mirrors that give you better visibility than what your stock mirrors give you, perfect. That's going to help you stay safe on the road as well. And other little things such as turn signals, brighter headlight, maybe a windscreen if that's what you feel you need. Little accessories like that to make you more comfortable on the bike, to help you keep your mind on the road and not on everything else. Now, let's get back on the road, and I'll give you a few more tips about riding in groups, and I'll talk a little bit more about my gear. One thing I will say about riding with groups of motorcycles, and it doesn't matter if you're talking about a group of 5 guys, 2 guys, a group of fucking 15 guys, or whatever, one of those giant crowds you see on the freeway. Make sure you know who you're riding with. And that means know their skill level, know how confident they are, know how fast they want to go. Because a lot of the times when I ride with people who aren't at my same skill level, or who aren't on the same mindset as me and like to go the same speeds as me, we get pulled apart, we get separated, and it's no fun because one person's always waiting for the other guy. But more than that, if they don't know what they're doing, they can be a complete danger to you on the road. When you're riding with people, if they don't know which position to stay in on their side of the lane, and they start creeping into your side or start trying to pass you while you're in the same lane, it's no bueno, man. Shit starts going bad, because people get up beside you, you don't notice them coming, or vice versa, and all kinds of stupidness happens. I've also seen guys running into people just because the guy in front of him is slowing down and the guy behind him isn't watching. So there's all kinds of shit that happens. Just make sure if you're riding groups, you know who you're riding with, and you're extra cautious and extra vigilant for those guys on the bikes around you. And the things that I'm going to mention about my gear, some people have been asking me about my moto vlogging setup. Now, I will be doing a video on exactly how I make my vlogs and what kind of camera I use, how I get my audio. The other thing I'll be showing you guys is all my gear that I currently own and use on a daily basis. And if there's any suggestions for new gear, I'm definitely willing to try it out. I'm looking for a new helmet and possibly a new jacket for next season. So any suggestions, I'm open to that. As far as jackets and gear, I will be showing you guys everything I own in my next video, as well as showing you how I make my videos. So for anyone requesting that or just curious to see, then tune in. That should be coming out in the next 2 days, depending on the weather. As long as I get some good weather, I can make videos for you guys until it starts snowing. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. The Smokin Monkey is going to be smoking until winter. And if there's anything else that you guys request for me to show you guys or make a video on, I'm always happy to do it. So definitely drop me a line in the comment section, leave me a like. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Browse the channel, because I'm sure there's more content out there that you guys will enjoy. And until next time, guys, ride safe out there.